Hiya, I hope you're all fine, and once again, thank you so much for connecting with Bangla, and also a massive thank you again for subscribing this channel. It's a small channel with a big sound and true to life incidents which are taking place. We are the only platform who are taking everything in one shot, as you see, from start to end. So do not skip, as I'm about to roll deep today with some of the comments that I've been facing throughout my Facebook fan page, Instagram, Twitter, and so on and so forth. Now, do not skip the video and do not forget to subscribe. Now, coming to my point, which is a lot of you have been asking so many things. Let's just deal with one particular comment which took my eye reading it, and it just put a smile on my face. And it's just I was saying to myself, what would it take for some of these Bengalis? Obviously, because of these some of these Bengalis, this is what we're seeing, the scenario in Bangladesh, because these people, they've never been educated. Why I say that, it really hurts me when I say something like this, because of these people, they've never changed, even soon after we had the independence. Now, they were saying one comment which came out to me in that way. There was the whole scenario, which was obviously we trade loads of onions and chilies, and a lot of products come from India, and they were saying this year we're not going to supply any onions, so on and so forth. Obviously, it's a vice versa. At times India, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure, but mainly it comes from India. But at times, I think they used to take other dairy or some other kind of products. So this guy is clearing by saying, "Oh, this year it's good. We're going to stop this. We're going to stop that. India will vanish because they won't have this anymore." Now, this really made me burst out of laugh on it. Honestly, I just was saying to myself, what on earth this person is talking of? All from day one, India has been in business with Bangladesh, and they've been supplying onions, so on and so forth. Therefore, we stand on the ground, and this guy is turning around and saying, we're going to stop this material, that product, that dairy, so on and so forth. That way India will learn a lesson. Fool. I mean, if you're not a fool, you wouldn't think that way, or else you're illiterate, you have got no education system, or you could be one of those person, right? Remember back in 1971, soon after the independence, yeah, there were thousands of people in this land. That was a greatest mistake for Bengali history, when these people, they were marked as the so-called helpers of Pakistan. They were helping throughout. There was this particular group, they're Bengali, they're from Bangladesh. This particular group, they were helping throughout the entire war. These were the people, these were the lethal Bengalis. They were actually, they were pointing fingers and showing, oh, he's involved with this party, he's involved with that party. That's the whole reason so many extra millions of people died, because of these perpetrators, because of these traitors. They've traded their own kind to support Pakistan. So with this mentality, in a mentality like this, those people who say of things like that, that we will stop the supply. And this is what's been happening for the last 16 months. This is what's been happening for the last 16 months, ever since this new regime, this new government, new interim, the administration, so on and blah, blah, blah. And look at the river floating of blood. The same thing. So you, let's not say you, but these people still remain. But soon after 1971, they had an option. Option one was get them in because knowing they're Bengali. And option two, freedom. And this is where it just went all wrong. Clearly, full stop, 1 point, 1 goal. Because Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman then, he clearly said, forgive these people. That was a mistake they've done. Let them live. Let them live. Let go of them. And that was the biggest mistake that he done at that point in time. He shouldn't have done that. Or what we're seeing today is the same thing. This group has been expanding, and today this is what we're seeing. Because they were identified back in 71 so and so, and yet they had that option one and option two, and both of the options went in their favor. And today, responding your question, this is where you are coming from, who say Bangladesh is a tiny country. What does he have? What does Bangladesh have apart from paddy field and so on and so forth? Yeah, there are so many natural goods in our country, but they're not getting produced. Bear in mind, 95% of the products are coming from abroad, and on the main list, India is one of them. And you say by stopping this, India is going to suffocate, and they'll vanish. So you're from that mentality, or you're from that era. You're a product of that era, where Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman himself, I say personally, I could be wrong here, but he's made a wrong move on that. He should have been more strong at that point in time, knowing these were the people. Because of them traitors, so many extra plus thousands of people have died. And I hope that answers your question. Now, moving on. Today, what we're seeing is the same power who has came into this country, even though Tariq Rahman is in Bangladesh at this point in time. But let's talk of this government from the last 16 or 17 months. They have come here, and directly they invited Pakistan. Obviously, that was a move, another move which was designed to have Yunus into this country so they can make full out of India. But bear in mind, India is still serving. Now, I'm not in favor of anyone. I talk the way it is, the way it should be placed, not misplaced. My dialogue is one thing. What happened now? India is willing to take both at the same time. Do you think India is really small? You fools. You need to wake up. You need to look in the mirror and realize, you are a product, especially the administration who came into this country in a soil of Bangladesh, knowing you're coming to Bangladesh, and you turned this country into Pakistan, and you took this country right back to Pakistan, and you are sitting, you are saying yes sir, yes sir, yes sir to Pakistan. Look what you've brought, and look what you've done to yourself. How long would you last? There were 73,000 of POW who surrendered to us, and today, sadly, in about another couple of weeks, perhaps month, you'll be surrendering to the people of Bangladesh as well. Because remember, it doesn't matter. We don't have to keep on fighting to show how strong we are, but we are fighters. East Bengal Regiment. All right, we are the product. We are not no sellouts. Okay. Point number 3. That was point number 2. Point number 3. Now, Tariq Rahman, who came into of my previous blog, I was just touching here and there. You came into not power. You came into Bangladesh after 17 years. Let's not forget your history. Let's do a reality check on your history. Before you flee out from this country, what was the consequences you were facing? You were in prison, but you were sent out because the damage, the chaos, the mayhem, while your mother was in power, you have created in Bangladesh. Therefore, you were missing out of this land for the past 17 years. Now you have stepped into not power, stepped into Bangladesh for one thing, I think, or maybe two point. I'll just say one is your mother. Your mother, who has been in the hospital for the last 3 or 4 week, if I'm correct, and we don't know what's happening, whether if she's still with us or she's gone. Okay, you have entered in the country on that base, and the other thing, okay, being you've been a chairman for the BNP for the last 17 years while staying abroad, while your mother was serving here in Bangladesh. We hear that you are going to participate on the election. Point number 3, we'd like to know that you are a Bengali citizenship. Moving on. Yunus, who's got this all planned out, he needs a election. He is seeing what not damage he has done to Bangladesh. He has took Bangladesh on a level which Bangladesh never was. Disgusting, how awful when I say this. You know, you're not Bengali, because I've served those points within this conversation. Now, he's got this plan. He's got to have a 4-party before he could actually throw a election. I mean, it's the end of him. Now, if you got your bio correct, if you got your paper homework correct, up to date, and if you take election, bear in mind it's got to be a fair and square election. Without AL, there won't be no election. So you've got to keep that in mind. You've got to keep that in clearance, because you came in and we saw you giving the speech, which I think which was okay in a way, from that point where you were actually stating the fighters of 71 who gave their lives and who served this country to be independent. You mentioned them. Therefore, I give you a slight respect on that. But let's not forget all the crimes that you have was held against you when this evil power came in. They took everything out and made you a clean-cut, clear person, and you are in Bangladesh on this time. So you've got to keep a lot of things, as I will be unfolding these talk on my further blogs. Now, if you have came that far along with me, then please inspire us. Leave a comment before what you think of the things that I've spoke, and do not forget to subscribe this channel. Come on, a guy like Illu and Pinku, they got millions of followers, and yet I've been giving you all the good product and truthfulness talk, and I have no followers. That's fine. I mean, if subscribers, sorry. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe this channel, and let me bring more hard topics as I go along. No one gives or delivers anything the way I deliver. So thank you so much, and especially if you're in Bangladesh at this moment, stay in your house, and throughout the world I say peace, and I love to see peace in Bangladesh. Stay in your house, safeguard your parents, and look after the younger ones. Bangladesh is on a high alert. Peace.